Good morning, all. Welcome to today's quick update. The name of the game is to make profit and make money in this business. And one thing is that you have to learn patience and you have to learn to understand what the structure is printing, to also understand what to do and where to take advantage, where to trade, where not to trade. If you are trading from a particular, if you're buying and you're trading from a particular low level, you know all you can do is to allow your trade to progress. And if you are in the middle of nowhere, then you understand that this is the middle of nowhere, even though the trend that you are trading looks bullish. Do nothing for now until there is a shift. So we're going to see a couple of things. This is euro dollar on one daily time frame. So we are saying that this is looking bullish, is actually impulsive to the upside. This looks rather corrective. This also corrective. This corrective. This is in a way probably slightly bullish. This also is corrective to the downside. So you will know that when price is corrective, it is nothing but corrective. When it is bullish, you will know that this is a bullish move or impulsive move. So you must be able to differentiate between impulsive move and a corrective move. So far, this is like an impulsive move, an impulse, and these are corrective. So it's looking like we are gradually seeing to the end of correction, and we may be breaking high on euro dollar. But again, with this move, we can only also look for a deep correction later, maybe this month. So far, we had broken this structure to the upside, and this structure is taking. Before now, we've been having a lower low, sorry, a lower high. Yes, a lower high and a lower low. From here, that's an high, a lower high, a lower high. So when you look at the low, a lower low, a lower low, until we got here, and it seems that we didn't have a lower low, but price is rather pushing up. So the wave count and structure suggested that we might not see to the low of this. Had we seen to the low of this, then probably we would have gone more lower. But for now, for the first time, we are seeing a break of this to the high. So what we're going to have, we may break this top, and after this top, see a correction that will not get to the low of this on the daily time frame, and again push more higher. All we need now is for this to complete its structure as a 5 waves. But for now, it seems that is not what we are seeing. Now, on the daily time frame, again, you must quickly know if something is giving you a deep correction or is just a pullback. So far, with the price action here, I have not seen anything to suggest that the run of the bulls are over. But what we can see from this tiny bit of movement, it's nothing but a pullback, not even a deep correction. So you must know that this pullback is against what? Because if you look at from here, you will see that after this move to the upside, we had a little correction here for this push. So which means that we may not have ended this formation to the upside. Now, if you look at RSI on the daily still suggested, let me show you, there's no clear divergence on RSI if I show you. So the RSI here, no divergence, we are still moving to the upside. Even though in 4-hour time frame, on the 4-hour time frame and the 1-hour time frame, it may suggest like slight deviation that tells you nothing but probably a pullback or a correction. So not until we see RSI, deep into telling us there is a divergence that we say, okay, we are correcting B at least. On the 1-hour time, on the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to tell us the level that we begin to see that the price. So now, price did this correction in the middle. So price has been doing a 1-2 and a 1-2. Usually in a very high impulsive manner, price will continue to do a 1-2 and a 1-2. So we've had this like a 1-2 and a 1-2. So now we are seeing that the price is correcting or pulling back against this level. So on euro dollar, so the formation here is nothing but a pullback. This is not a correction and it's not a change of trend. So on euro dollar, we are correcting once we take the low of 0.8593, which is around this area. Yes, if you take this, because the after this move, we add this correction, and this is like an ABC of 2 to the upside. So if we take this area to the downside, tells you that then we can anticipate a bigger correction of ABC of the entire run to the upside. So this has to be taken, but we are far away from that, you can see. Then again, the early sign that we're going to break low is when we violate 1.08593 around this area. 1.08720, maybe around this area. Yes, around this area. If you take this low of this, yes, around this area, if you take this low, then you can now say that we're going to take this low and we're giving a big correction. So whatever we are seeing now is taken at a possible pullback, a three-way pullback for us to look for opportunity to launch. That is the way I will approach this. Now, before I go to 1 hour time frame, let's look at 4 hour. Now, looking at 4 hour, the price had moved up in a corrective manner. And so we are seeing that price closed at this kind of 4 hour close is here. So if we should breach this 4 hour close to the upside, it means that we are going back up. That means the correction or the pullback is done. So for now, price is yet to take this. I want you to see it so that you know how to proceed. So we are interpreting what we are seeing, the structure, the price, and all of that. So we are saying that we need to take this close here of 0.9422. So once we take that close to the upside, we are done correcting to the downside. For now, this may still possibly give us as an A, B, and once we need to take the low of 1.09290 to the downside. So once we take that low to the downside, then we are going to have an ABC, and from there, probably around a 61 retracement to the downside or 50, we will push up again. But for now, this is the middle of nowhere. You don't want to sell, you don't want to trade from this level. You don't want to. So if price should take this to the upside, we look for a break and a pullback to join the trade to the upside. That is what you can do. So depending on where you are, then you must know that there are levels that price may continue to sink to the downside. So which we want to see. So for now, on the 1 hour time frame here, on the 1 hour time frame here, we are still seeing this as a possible A, a possible B, and for us to, so the price should not break this top again if we are coming to the downside. A take up of this structure to the upside means that we are done to the downside. So this potentially may still be an A, B, C, and that is what I can see. We're here to see a range. So we need to break this low. We need to take this low for us to know that we are going back to the downside. Or even on the 4 hour, you need not to even get to this low before you will know. So on the 4 hour, like I gave us this, the level of the close, yes, at this level. So 9,297. So once we break low, we are coming down again. And let's go to NZD USD. NZD USD, what do we have there? NZD USD. So in NZD USD, this is still very funny looking because we may still push to the downside or not. We may push to the downside. This is it's just a reaction to the upside, and we may continue to push up from here or not. But what will suggest that we are coming down again, it's once we take the close here of the daily close here to the downside. So once we breach that daily close of 6,500 or 6,497. So once we breach it to the downside, we know that we are coming to the downside again. And if we do that, we'll be testing at 61.8 of the extension of the old wave to the downside. So that is where we are going next. So you now decide if you break this and you continue to break this to the downside, you decide if you want to leave your position that you've gained here and look for another position. But price, of course, will not break below here. So this is the area price will be coming to around 59820 area. So if that happens, so we need to take this low. It's still allowed within this correction anyway, but we'll see to that. But again, I don't want to bet because of the news that is coming. Price may just, we are seeing a possible correction, probably a possible three-wave correction to the downside. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, so what do we see here? So we see that this is highly corrective to the downside. Of course, if it's going to give us an A, a B, and a C, if this one is coming to the downside as a C, we need not to take the low of this close at 60, like I said, 6,500 or 6,497. So a breach here, and if price should hold below this level, it doesn't even have to get to our entry. If price should hold below this level, then price potentially is going to, if 30 minutes candle close, not, if it put body, it could still go back up. If it close with the body, but if the close of that means what we mean the close is this upper edge, not the wick. This upper edge, not the wick. So if the close of any candle, 30 minutes time frame, is below here, the wick may cross the line. But if the close of it is below this level of 497 or 500, then we are going down again. So it may just put body across it without closing, or the wick may just cross. I don't even expect the wick to even violate much like that before we sprint up if we are going to go up. So this is still looking like we are correcting to the downside. And whatever it is, an 100% extension of this move to the downside still is corrective. Do I want to take another position here? No, because it's very close to where we had entered. In case they want to go down, I might decide to leave my position here and still run to the downside. That's what I'm seeing now on that. So now what we suggest that we are ready to go up and we are not coming down again. So because this is 50-50, we can go down, we can go up. So the level that we will know that, yes, we are done and we have resumed bullish again is when we take up, the early sign will be if we violate 61120. 61120 is around this area. Yeah, if we violate this level here, that's like a recovery of 76 to the upside. It's an early sign once you violate it. But once you take 61231 to the upside, 61, yeah, around this area. So if this is this doji here, if we violate this doji, even if it's the wick that violates this doji to the upside, we are going bullish again. We are not coming down. So from that level, anything you see, you can confidently look for a pullback and go up again and add another. So at this point, I don't want to add another position until we break this doji. So once we break this doji to the upside, I look for a pullback or a correction to add another. But for now, don't add anything. Know that a break out of here, like I said, it's a possible break to the downside. You may decide to hold your position based on if your lot size can carry about 50 or sorry, about 45 to 50 drop from the level of our entry. So for now, we are still correcting. So I'm talking too much. Now let's go to gold. On the daily time frame of gold, I'm going to close soon. Gold. Looking at gold, this also is highly corrective. This is a corrective move. But for now, like we know, if we intend going to the downside, we must not close above here, above this level. 30 minutes candle must not close above this level. We may have a wick that will pierce it and go down. So is this enough? Because for now, this is looking like a 5-wave structure. We've been doing a 1-2, a 1-2 here. Then we did another 1-2 here. This is highly impulsive. And all we can get here, if we are going to have a 3-wave pullback, fine, to go further up, we must know the interchange here. Then this is the middle of nowhere that you don't want to place a buy, you don't want to place a sell. If you are taking a buy from here, you are going to take a buy from here with the mind that price may still be to come to the downside. So for now, we don't want to take this close around this area. So for me on gold, and I will be looking at if price should take 24.76 to the upside, that is when we are going again. So the 4-hour time frame will help me further than the daily, but the sign on the daily also means that we are actually pulling back and we are not doing a bigger correction. Not yet. I can't say that. The momentum is still very high. So if I go to the 4-hour time frame, so that is where I will be interested, that a break out of here smell doom for price. A break out of here, which is 24.73, it's the first indication that, see, we are not coming down again. That's the first place. Then the second place is a break out of this table here, of this doji table, which is a common place. And that is around 24.76. So anything above some 24.76, know that I can only be expecting a pullback for more upside. But for now, it's still 50-50 around this area. They can change the tide and make this an A, B, and a C to the downside. So what are we doing here? We are correcting against this level here. It's a high level, or we can take, because we just finished a correction here for a further push. So we may just come here. So what I see is that. So let's see. So we are saying that we've had a 1-2 here. So we are correcting against this level here. This is a new 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We may have finished this as a 5, and that may be a 4 here and a 5 here. And so if we're going to have an ABC, I suspect that we may have an ABC. Price may react without taking this upper golden yellow. Price may react. This is around 61.8 of this move to the upside. So price may react here, but a breakout of here, just forget it. Price is going to go up again. So we are almost there. You can't do anything until you see a price action, a 1-hour candle close to break structure to the downside from this level before you can say you want to sell again. And if you sell again, you can now do your ABC of 100 and see if it's going to land you at 50 or at 61.8 to look for your buy. So a buy around this area will be good for you, not at this level. This is not deep enough. This is just a mere pullback. And, you have to be very careful with your trade around this level. I think with that, I may have come to the end of. So if we are having a deeper pullback, we need to violate this level of price at 24.05. And a break out of here tells you, oh, it's a correction of the whole entire run as a 1 and a 2. And for now, that is not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying here. All right, bye-bye.